Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick. My name is Callie Say and I'm here at Transwest and Horse Trailer Sales. So for those of you that aren't familiar with us, we're right off I-25, about 30 minutes north of Denver. It's a beautiful day here. We're going to go through a really beautiful trailer. This one unfortunately is already sold, but we wanted to kind of give you an idea of what could be possible, as well as it might spark some interest if you're looking to build a trailer on some of the things that you want to pull into your own design. We do reorder this trailer. This is something we keep in our inventory. So if you're looking for something exactly like this, give us a call and we can see where it's at in our production. If we have the availability, we can move it up, swap some inventory out, and you can have a trailer just like this sitting in your driveway. So let's check it out. First thing I want to mention here is we're going to pull up the drawing. We're going to go up over some of the specs on this trailer. So this trailer is 36 feet on the floor. We're 7'4" tall and 8 foot wide. This is really important for if you're hauling slightly bigger horses. It's going to fit a larger variety. But we did some things here to make it so that this trailer isn't full legal limit. We've kind of shortened it up, made it a little easier to maneuver. We did a 2 foot offset versus a 4 foot offset that we usually have on our trailers. And then we cut those stall sizes down by about 3 inches. So since you're 8 foot wide and 7'4" tall, you still have plenty of room for those bigger horses to kind of spread out, but we're kind of minimizing our size so that we're not quite as big on the floor. As you move forward, you see we have a 6 foot hay room. It's 6 feet by 4.5 feet. And then right in front of that, we've got a nice front finished dressing room so you can be kind of separate from all of your tack. And if you go around to the driver's side there, you'll notice that we have what every trainer dreams of. We've got a nice big trainer's tack with lots of saddle racks and lots of blanket bars and hooks galore. So let's go back to the trailer. We'll check it out in person. All right, so now you guys have kind of seen the bird's eye view of it. We're gonna go through this trailer on the ground and kind of get you guys some ideas sparked for you. So the first thing I want to point out is this huge tire we have right here. This is a 19.5 tire. We've got 6 on the ground, 1 as a spare here. These tires are 16 ply tires. We wanted really, really good running gear underneath this trailer. You're right around 9,120 pounds empty with a GVWR of 24,000 pounds. So between the triple axle, the spread axle, the really good tires, we are gonna have immensely good running gear underneath this trailer. You won't have to worry about being stuck on the side of the road. Right here we have dual electric over hydraulic jacks. So at the push of a button, you can go up and down. If you're on a little bit of uneven ground, you can independently level these jacks so that you can have it nice and level for your horses to get in and out, or if you're tacking up somewhere, it's really, really easy. You've got a little override here. So even though they're electric over hydraulic, if you ever run your battery all the way dead, we do have the ability to override that, and you can hand pump this trailer up and down. Right here, one of the nice things we do on all of our inventory trailers here at Transwest, as well as most of our customer builds, is we put a battery disconnect on these trailers. And that battery disconnect is really important if you're going to be storing your trailer and not using it for a while. If somebody walks by, flips on some lights, and it runs your battery down, then you're going to have to go to your little manual override to get your truck or your trailer on your truck if you're in a hurry. So we want to kind of minimize that. We don't want these batteries going dead in the really cold weather. So we've got a little battery disconnect on there that'll shut off all the power. It's just a nice little check at the end of the day. If you're not using it, just go ahead and switch that to off and you won't have any issues. No power draw. We also need this onboard battery because this trailer is equipped with something really, really cool. We have air ride on this trailer. This is really what I think every trailer should be running down the road with. This air ride system is on rubber torsion axles, so they're 8K axles, but unlike the old trailers, if you have any issues with your air ride, you're not stranded. You can get it to a service repair shop. It's running down the road just like every other trailer out there. The airbags are actually on top of that rubber torsion, and they provide so much cushion. They take a lot of the the hard hits and abuse out of the road, so that your trailer is going to be protected. The horses inside it are going to have a much more comfortable ride. I have a manager that he does long trips with his horses, and he refuses to pull a trailer unless it has air ride. He can actually show up a day or two later to a show because he does not have to rest his horses when they get there. They step off the trailer nice and fresh. It's an expensive upgrade, but we find that it actually helps pay for itself. Your resale value is always going to be higher on an air ride trailer. The amount of money you're going to save by not having to do as much work to your truck and trailer, and then obviously your horse's health. Chiropractor visits are expensive. Having to stay an extra night because you have to rest your horses before a show is expensive. In the long run, it usually pays for itself. So, really cool little feature there. We're going to go around this side first, kind of check everything out. So this is our front dressing room. I love this setup on these trailers because you get a nice separate area to hang your clothes up. Big clothes are out in the nose there, so you can hang all your show shirts up without getting them nice and wrinkled. You're 8 foot wide. You've got plenty of storage up here. We went ahead and lined and insulated this with carpeting behind, so that it's going to be really nice finished feel. You've got 2 LED lights on these trailers so that at night you can still see what you're doing. We like to backlight this area up here. This carpet will suck in a lot of light, so by having that extra light, it just gives you a lot more ability to see at night. All these bridle hooks right here wrap all the way around. You can hang your coats in here. Everything that you need to just get out of your tack room. This is great extra space for it. Your horses are not going to appreciate having to hear bits cling back and forth as you drive. So anywhere that we have any bridle hooks or anything like that, we're going to carpet behind them. You get a nice deep 18-inch boot box here. As you can see, we do have those digital combo locks on this trailer. So it's really nice if you've got a lot of people that need access to your trailer. You can give those few trusted people access to your code so that you don't have to give out a ton of keys or worry about keeping your trailer unlocked. As you'll see, you don't have to worry about getting locked in. You've got the deadbolt right here. And on the other side, it is that digital combo lock. They are customizable, so if you want to create your own locks, you can just kind of take them apart and switch those codes around. This is something that people get really excited about. This is our hay room. So on a trailer this big, the last thing you want to do is have to climb up top up to a hay pod or something like that. So we have this nice big hay room. It is 6 feet by 4.5 feet wide. If you're not needing to haul hay or anything like that, this is a great additional room for storage. You can throw tack trunks, buckets, everything can go in here. You don't have to worry about anything getting stuck in any carpeting. You do have an LED light in here as well, so you can kind of see what you're doing at night. And since we are 8 foot wide, anywhere you have access to a door, you're probably going to have one of these nice little fold down steps here. They're on little gas shocks, so you don't have to worry about suctioning them to the side of your trailer. They'll stay up nice and tight against the trailer while you travel. So really nice to be able to kind of get in and out with a lot more ease. On this hip side here, we did option it with drop downs every other. We want to be able to get a lot of airflow through this trailer for your horses, especially if you're taking them to shows in hotter climates like Florida or Arizona, Texas. So we have to be mindful of the fact that usually these trainers' trailers are going through a lot of different climates. So by giving you drop downs, even though these bus windows are really large on these trailers, we want a lot of additional airflow. It's really nice if you're feeding your horses in the hay mangers up front. You can open these back windows. They're not going to have all that air swirling around right at their faces. Right here is something you don't see on every trailer, but you will see it on every trailer that we have that is over 26 feet. So this is a center indicator light. So if you're braking or turning, this is going to light up. You are 36 feet on the floor on this trailer, so you're by no means small. We want people next to you to be able to see that you're trying to do something, you're trying to get over or brake. It's a long way back to the end of your trailer. The more aware people can be of your actions, the better. We also option this with some extra button lights up on the top rail. At night, you're going to be nice and bright, easy to see. We do have two 16-inch awning lights on this side, so that you can be really visible. If you've got horses tacked up on either side, you've got them on the other side as well. You're going to be able to be really nice and bright at night. I think you guys are kind of sensing a theme with what we do here. As you can see, this trailer is a little bit picked up. That is the airbags. They are inflated right now. So this trailer has its own onboard compressor, which you guys saw up ahead. You don't have to bring air from your truck if you don't want. Some people even tee it off and they can use it as an air compressor for their vehicle or anything else. The air ride, it does give you about 2 to 3 inches of more clearance. So longer trailer, it's nice to have a little more clearance as you travel. These 19.5s will give you a little bit more height as well. But because of that, we always recommend that when you load and unload your horses, that you air it down, that you drop all the air out of it, and that's so that they have an easier time. They're not going up and down a steep ramp. It just makes it a lot easier for your horses to get in and out. Something that we do here exclusively at Transwest is, number one, every trailer that comes to us is actually run through our shop. So when it gets here, new or used, it's going to go through our shop. Our technicians have a PDI checklist that they go through to make sure that everything is working and operating as it should. On a triple axle air ride trailer, we actually go one step beyond, and we do an air dump on this third axle. We've got some videos showing that air dump, how it operates, but what happens is it actually dumps the air from that third axle and puts it towards those first two axles so that you can turn it more like a tandem. It doesn't actually lift this last tire off the ground, but it basically takes all the weight off of it so that it skates across the ground. On a triple axle spread, you've got a lot of pressure that you would be putting on your sidewalls. That's one of the downfalls of a triple axle trailer, and that's why we didn't do them for a long time. But having the ability to, in a tight area, dump the air and turn this like a tandem is going to make your life so much easier. You're going to go through less tires. It's going to be less wear and tear on your trailer, on your vehicle. So it's something that's really cool that we do here. All right, so as we work our way back, you'll notice we have this big single door here. We've got a huge bus window on the back. You're not going to struggle with finding enough ventilation on this trailer. There's going to be plenty for your horses. They're going to be nice and cool and comfortable wherever they travel. We've got a nice 8-foot wide ramp on this one. So even though this door doesn't go all the way over because of our mangers, we still bring that ramp all the way across. Just a nice safety feature if you've got anybody that likes to back off or turn around just a little funky. These ramps are matted in this nice rubberized. It's got nice good texture. So if you're unloading horses in kind of wet or slick areas, they've got snow packed in their feet, it's going to have a lot more grip than something that's pretty slick. You can feel it just walking up and down. So as I mentioned, these stalls are not as the offset isn't as big as it is on our normal trailers. We're able to shorten it up. On your head side, you're 26'6" in your stall area. On your hip side, you're 24'6". So this last stall, we make a little bit bigger. It's a 42-inch wide stall. That's so that this last horse, if they want to back out, they have room to swing that butt around and get over. This last stall, we also do telescoping. So if for any reason you ever had to run with all of these open, you can telescope this open and get it so that you can kind of close everything. Sits nice and flush back there. Close that door. Also makes it really nice so that if you're backing horses off, just gets it really out of the way. You're not having it stick out at all. Everything is matted. You've got nice big kick mats on all the walls here. These kick mats are not like the kick mats of old. They've actually got kind of a mesh layer built into them. So if you've got a horse that really likes to work on it with their heels, they're not going to completely tear this apart. Everything is soft close dividers. So as you can see, everything should be single hand operation. They're not going to rattle and make a lot of noise. Anywhere they have metal, they're going to usually use some sort of plastic buffer, and that's for noise as well as wear and tear. So metal on metal actually wears a lot faster against each other, so that over time you get a lot of warping, you get a lot of noise. Horses don't want to ride in something that's loud and uncomfortable. So by doing a really high quality plastic against a metal, it's going to be quieter, it's going to last a lot longer. Your cost of ownership is going to be less. Since we are 8 foot wide, you do have wheel wells kind of running on this hip side here. You can't see them on this side because we do have 18-inch mangers all the way to the front of this trailer. I know especially trainers, they're having to bring a lot of stuff to shows, so they want to make sure that they have as much storage as possible. By doing feed bunks on each and every stall, you're going to have continuous mangers access underneath that you can store a lot of additional feed, blankets, what have you. They can all go under here below. You're not going to worry about needing a hay pod on something like this. Got LED lights running on the hip side there so that your horses at night, if you're loading in and out, it's going to be nice and bright. You're not going to be loading them into a dark cave. Just makes it a lot easier. On these Cimarrons, we talk about keeping them nice and comfortable. This roof here is actually an insulated fiber tech roof, and what that means is that it is a honeycomb core. It's got an R3 thermal value. It's strong enough that I can jump up and down on it. You're not going to have any issues with hail unless it's over like baseball size. So especially in areas like Colorado where we get a lot of inclement weather, it's nice to have something that you know you're going to not have to do an insurance claim on as soon as a hailstorm comes through. So incredibly strong roof, also has some sound deadening qualities, and it keeps your horses a lot cooler, which is a big win-win for me. All right, so on this side here, I did mention we've got manger access. So we basically did manger access on every other stall here. So these mangers go all the way through to the front. So if you need to access something or put something that's kind of an odd size in, you've got plenty of room to do that. Got rubber mats on the floor in here, so it's really easy to just take those out and clean them if you have anything spill. These drop-down windows are not like those piano hinge prefab windows that you see on a lot of trailers. It's actually built at Cimarron. There's over 6 inches of framing behind these windows that you can't see, which makes them extremely resilient to any type of extreme forces. You know, one of the first things that they showed me when I started working here was how strong these drop-down windows were. It's something that I think is really important for the longevity of your trailer. If you want to run with these down, you're not going to have to worry about the wind picking them up and all those hinges getting tweaked. Everything on this trailer is pretty much a grease zert hinge. So if you've got an older trailer, one of the best things to do, buy yourself a grease gun as soon as you buy this trailer, and you can go through and maintain those hinges. If you keep up on it, you're not going to have any hinges seize up. You're going to be able to reduce your cost of ownership on something like this because you're not going to have to buy or have a mechanic go in and fix those hinges for you. So there's a lot of things that Cimarron builds in to make sure that they're not going to have issues in the long run. So one of the reasons I really, really love owning a Cimarron trailer. We do have that center indicator light that you saw on the other side on this side as well. And it's kind of hard to see behind all these drop downs. We've got all these really beautiful side extrusions running all the way down. These side extrusions are not just for looks, they actually have some structural components to them as well. They use a triple hollow slat, and Cimarron owns all their own extrusions, so you're going to see everything is kind of like a puzzle piece on these trailers. Everything interlocks. It's like a big Lego set. By having that, you're minimizing, number one, kind of the ability or the need to weld on the exterior. So everything's going to look really clean. These triple hollow slats are going to add a lot of structural strength to the side of your trailer, and anywhere we can interlock, we're adding strength to your trailer, which makes Cimarron one of the strongest trailers on the market. All right, I know you guys have been drooling over this and excited to check it out. So here is your trainer's tack setup on this 8-horse. You've got brush boxes on either side here, so you can throw a lot of grab and go items, your fly sprays, your shampoos, your brushes, obviously, and they're going to be really, really easy to access. We got 2 giant fold down steps here, so you can step in and out of this trailer with ease. Bridle hooks on either door, but if you look inside, you'll see we've actually got bridle hooks on the walls, uppers and lowers as well. You've got the ability to change these tiers up. How we have it set up is we've got 4 tiers, blanket bars, 4 tiers, blanket bars, 4 tiers. But the nice thing about these Cimarron trailers is they're completely customizable. So not only do you get to select all the options on the exterior and interior of your trailer, you also get to move it around when you get home. So if you decide that you want to rotate and do blanket bars every other, you can move everything along these posts here. You've got lower and upper kind of escape holes, and you just get yourself a little wrench and loosen those upper and lower bolts, and you can slide everything up and down. So if you've got a saddle that needs just a little bit more room, it's as easy as adjusting it. If you want to completely change this around, take all these off, throw some show boxes in there. It's your trailer at that point. You can do whatever you want, but we give you the ability to kind of have this configuration set up exactly as you want it. So there's a lot in here to kind of be able to customize. If you maybe don't need as many saddles, but you want more blanket bars on a trailer like this, it's as easy as just letting us know and we can make that change for you. So the next one that's on order, it's still really customizable at this point. If you need a little more height, maybe you've got some bigger horses and you need to go 7'7" tall, really easy for us to change at this point. If you maybe want a slightly bigger dressing room and you don't need a hay room, but maybe you want a hay rack up top, that's also something we can do. This one's already sold. It's going to its new owner soon, but I know you guys are going to want to kind of see what kind of changes you can make to it, and you can put your name on one that is to come. Here at Transwest, we love building custom trailers. It's something we do every day, so I know you guys are going to want to take something that we have on order and kind of customize it to exactly what you need. For those of you that are wanting to reference this video, if you give us this stock number 5N210215, we can go and pull the spec sheets and we can draw it up and spec it out to exactly what you need. It is a 2022 Cimarron Norstar 8-horse gooseneck. You can call me. My name is Callie Say. My phone number is 970-309-6368. I love building custom trailers. I love selling these Cimarrons that we have on the lot. I'd love to kind of see what you guys can come up with for a trailer today. So give me a call. Have a great day.